I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy News update for Wednesday, August 12th. Quincy DPW Commissioner Al Grazioso has announced his retirement. Grazioso will be stepping down after being appointed to that position by Mayor Thomas Koch in 2017. Previously, Grazioso served as Director of Operations for the city for 3 years. Grazioso also worked for the State Lottery Commission and the State Treasurer's Office. Previously, Grazioso owned a deli shop in Squantum and worked at a family furniture store. Grazioso lives in Quincy and recently turned 72 years old. A recent Quincy High School graduate has been named the 2026 Youth of the Year by the Dorchester Boys and Girls Club. Audrey Talent received the honor recently at the State House from Governor Maura Healey, Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, and members of the Quincy State Delegation. Talent was honored during National Boys and Girls Club Week. The club says that Audrey uses her voice every day to make a positive impact on the community. Talent is also a swim instructor, lifeguard, and works as a server at Sullivan's on Castle Island. Talent will be studying health psychology at Emmanuel College in Boston this fall. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch received a replica of the Declaration of Independence in honor of America's 250th anniversary yesterday. State Senator John Keenan of Quincy and State Representative Tacky Chan of Quincy presented Koch with the historically accurate replica at Quincy City Hall. The state is presenting replicas of the document to each of Massachusetts' 351 cities and towns, continuing a tradition that dates back to 1776. The Quincy Lions Club will be holding their summer social and membership drive tonight. Current and potential future members are invited to participate at the Common Market Restaurant on Willard Street in West Quincy from 5:30 to 7:30. The Quincy Lions Club recently celebrated their 85th anniversary with their Evening for Sight fundraiser. The club's co-presidents this year are Gail Bellotti and Christine Cedrone. A 12-year-old boy was hurt when he attempted to train surf a red-line car that originated at the JFK UMass station overnight, according to MBTA police. Chief Richard Sullivan says the boy attempted to surf on top of the train shortly before 1 a.m. yesterday, but fell off the car and sustained a serious but non-life-threatening head injury. In a statement, Chief Sullivan said, "Our thoughts and prayers are with this child, and it's our sincere hope he makes a full recovery." The incident underscores the inherent extreme danger of train surfing. It could literally cost your life. The incident remains under investigation by MBTA police. More than 300,000 Bay Staters will be subject to new Medicaid work and education requirements in less than 5 months. And Mass Health unveiled a public outreach campaign yesterday designed to stunt potential coverage losses. Mass Health has a new website to help members navigate the eligibility changes that take effect on January 1st and will largely impact adults age 19 to 64. There's also a screening tool that people can use to learn how work exemptions under the federal One Big Beautiful Bill Act apply to them, including if they're pregnant, parenting children ages 13 and younger, have a disability, or are managing certain health conditions. The campaign features a communications toolkit to alert members about the upcoming changes, with flyers, posters, and social media graphics available in English, Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese, Haitian Creole, Vietnamese, Simplified Chinese, Arabic, and Cape Verdean Creole. The legislature appropriated $10 million to Health Care for All for this outreach campaign. Nearly 50 community organizations are also supporting the campaign, providing enrollment assistance and support to Mass Health members. Jurors heard details yesterday about weeks of mental health treatment and medication prescription during the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy. The Duxbury mother accused of strangling her 3 children in the family's home in 2023. Jurors heard from a psychiatric nurse practitioner who treated Lindsay Clancy in the months before the children's deaths. Rebecca Gelada works at South Shore Hospital and said she started meeting with Clancy in November of 2022. Gelada said the defendant feared she might be addicted to Ativan, an anti-anxiety medication, and was relying on it to sleep. During the course of a few days, Gelada said Lindsay Clancy sent multiple messages through a chat portal about her concerns and symptoms, saying she was having intrusive thoughts. Gelada testified that she responded that this was normal. Clancy's defense is arguing that she was not criminally responsible because she was suffering postpartum psychosis. Gelada testified that Clancy suffered serious depression, anxiety, and sleep problems, but repeatedly showed clear thinking and no signs of psychosis or mania. Boston will get a glimpse of a partial solar eclipse this afternoon, when the moon is expected to cover a portion of the sun. The partial eclipse will not noticeably darken the skies over New England, but it will be visible through eclipse safety glasses. At the peak over Boston, about 16% of the sun will be covered between 1 and 3 p.m. The peak is around 1:55 p.m. The path of totality for this eclipse is up around Greenland, Iceland, Portugal, and Spain. In New England, northern Maine will have the biggest percentage of eclipse, with about a quarter of the sun covered by the moon. The free Wally Beach Wednesdays concerts continue on Wollaston Beach in Quincy tonight at 6 p.m. with a performance by the band Seize the Moment, performing Island Vibes. Check of business news this morning, and stocks retreated. The Dow is down 184 points. The Nasdaq dropped 159. The S&P fell 24. Asian stocks were higher. The dollar rose. The euro slipped. Oil at $89 a barrel. Sports, another loss for the Red Sox. Blue Jays beat them in Toronto 5-3 last night. Series continues tonight at 7 o'clock. Forecast from the National Weather Service. Today, partly cloudy, the high of 86. For tonight, a isolated storm possible, lows in the lower 60s. Tomorrow, hazy with some thunderstorms, high of 85. Friday, some scattered showers possible and a high of 82. And then sunny, 80 on Saturday. For the boater, waves about a foot, winds out of the north at 5 knots, become southeast later today, high tide 11:42 a.m. Sunrise 5:48, sets at 7:49. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Wednesday, August 12th.